Welcome back to the Coach Cameron Soccer Podcast. I'm back. I was on vacation again. Deserved. But anyways, on to soccer. We're going to talk about CEO Skip Gilbert. He's going to save ODP. Yay! MLS is now building a new league for youth soccer. Are they doing it the right way? Probably not. And college recruiting is in full go. There was an EDP showcase event, Bring the Virus to Everybody. All of this can be on episode 540. It's so hard to time the timing of my music, my transition, but not too bad. So first up, we're going to be talking to our friend, Skip Gilbert. Well, not actually going to talk to him. He won't return my calls. Why? I'm a nobody. U.S. Youth Soccer CEO Skip Gilbert aims to invigorate ODP through MLS partnership. No. I don't even know how that's going to work. ODP needs to be eliminated, but the problem is it's a top fundraiser for most state associations because they have a lot of people that would love to participate in it to feel good about themselves and post stuff on Instagram. Well, those that can afford it. During an appearance on the Soccer Wire podcast this summer, U.S. Soccer CEO Skip Gilbert expressed high hopes for reinvigorating the USYS Olympic Development Program because is it Olympic? No. Is there development? Zero. Is it a program? It's not much of a program, but it exists. They should call it the MMP, the money-making program. It goes on through to talk about the Major League partnerships. I don't know how that even helps. So they lost DA. That what it should be titled is this: U.S. Youth Soccer CEO Skip Gilbert aims to invigorate ODP because MLS took the DA from them. That's what happened. MLS was always taking it away. We'll talk about that later. Following the closure of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy in April, MLS went on to announce the launch of the new Elite Boys competition platform, and shortly thereafter entered a major national alliance with USYS. That alliance could play a key role in helping MLS and, in turn, U.S. Soccer cast a wider net when it comes to identifying young talent across the country. It's not. There is no way any of this helps anything. It's just a new name. I've been saying this from episode 2 that there's a new branch of suckers every year, and it's the same model. It's the same people involved. It's the same soccer clubs. It's the same coaches. It's the same administration. The only thing different is the players and families. They just keep screwing it up, and then they destroy whatever program they created and create another name and repeat the awesome cycle we are in, the cycle of stupidity. While speaking with Soccer Wire analyst Charles Boham, Gilbert discussed the need for a simplified talent identification pipeline in America. Of course, there should be a simpler identification pipeline. It's easy. That player's good. Go. I mean, if we actually worked all together in U.S. Soccer and had a system where we had scouts, but you didn't need 52 licenses to be a scout. Yeah, you just, anyone can be a scout. Anyone. And then what you do is if you give a bad recommendation, you're banned. Lifetime ban or 10-year ban or something like that. Make it cutthroat. And for the recruiters that are successful, reward them if they cannot, because there is talent and we don't go after them at all. Part of the discussion with our friends from Major League Soccer was creating a simplistic pipeline that players can follow, Gilbert said. It didn't matter where they were coming from, but the reality is that this is a big country. I've already sat in meetings where we talked about the models in different European countries and how they've got such great players developing development pipelines, and that's why they're able to generate success on the field that they have. They have a great identification program. That's what they have. So Brazilians are good. Spaniards are good. Africans are good. Why? Study that, and maybe you'll get a better idea on what's going on. So anyways, let's just move on to the MLS. The MLS and U.S. Soccer, they've been fighting nonstop over really of stature, like status. Like if their teams lose, they can't be punished because they'll punish their status, and they can't have their status punished, or we'll pull out. That's what happened. The new MLS. So how MLS can build its new youth league the right way? They can't. The new MLS Youth League will feature 113 total clubs in its an inaugural season, including all 30 MLS Club Academy programs. It also included 83 non-MLS clubs, most of which are former U.S. Soccer Development Academy members. Okay, here's the fight. So you have 30 MLS soccer clubs versus 83 non-MLS clubs. What's going to happen, MLS, if a non-MLS club beats you? Do you take their player and advance them? Or do you do promotion relegation so we can have real competition? And if a non-MLS club wins the league, do they get to move up to the next tier or whatever we're doing? Is it truly going to be open competition? And maybe it is, but typically it's not, because MLS youth teams can't lose to non-MLS clubs. That's not allowed. That's how it's been in the past. And does the past repeat itself? Absolutely. In the wake of the Federation closing down the DA, MLS will now play a much larger role in the overall youth soccer landscape, with over 100 total clubs operating their top boys programs under the MLS banner, along with a new major partnership with the U.S. Youth Soccer. More young players than ever will have their careers intersect with MLS to one degree or another. Okay. That tells me nothing. What it tells me is it's going to be the same. It's the same player pool. We're not going after the right player pool because we won't go into the inner city. Won't do it. They won't do it. Soccer clubs for the United States do to win. They'll grab some, but U.S. Soccer as a whole, because to participate in this league, it requires travel. It requires money. I don't know during this COVID crisis how the traveling's working, but it's not good. It's more the same. If they had any thought to what they're doing, let me give you an example. So football, American football, because winning matters, they actually go into the inner city and bus kids out of district, into their school boundaries. They do it legally. They create these whatever, and they bring them to basically all white campuses because their current population can't win in football, so they bring them in so they can win. So they identify talent. We don't. We don't go into the inner city, U.S. Soccer, ODP, DA, which is no longer the new MLS. Nothing's changed. Why aren't we developing in the inner city? What we'll do to make us feel good is we'll throw a field down. We'll throw a soccer field on the floor, on concrete underneath a freeway, and say, "Oh, look, we helped! Yay!" We'll create cage futsal facilities and let the Parks and Rec deal with it. There's no A-licensed coaches there trying to develop. Nothing is changing. Nothing. That's how I see it. I don't know how you see it. Let's move on. So college recruiting returns at EDP Showcase 2020. After hosting 4 tournaments last month, EDP Soccer kicked off its first showcase event of 2020-21 with the EDP Showcase at the Tuckahoe Turf Farms in Hamilton, New Jersey. What? They're following protocols so they can do it, and they're bringing disease. They're bringing COVID into New Jersey, into those farmlands, and teams are coming in. How can we do that? I thought we're all going to die. How dare they allow this event to happen and have people from all over the country come to this facility and to spread the disease and kill us all? How dare they? I don't know. The event hosted U15, U19 boys and girls teams as many clubs continue back to competitive play. Following EDP health and safety protocols, coaches and players were excited to be back on the field, of course. The scheduling format included back-to-back game times. What? We don't care about player safety on that end, only if we breathe in the COVID. And also provided for important social distancing protocols and the ability for the tournament operations staff to properly sanitize as needed between groups leaving and entering the facility. EDP Soccer also used a new field layout for the weekend, which created extra space, ensuring that the team spectators had the ability to distance themselves. That's brilliant. Got to clap for that. Brilliant. All we're doing, here's the COVID rules. We are in a world of you're not allowed to do anything because COVID's going to kill you unless you create fake procedures to keep you safe. This isn't keep anyone safe. I don't know he came up with the 6 feet and the mask thing and all that. And that guy's not wearing a mask. What school? I'm calling. This guy could get fired. Look at him. He traveled all the way over there. He has his water. Who is that guy? Where's his mask? Let's see. Is he 6 feet? Because we have Karens and people like me that are paying attention to every little detail, making sure people wear masks. Where's his mask? Everyone else is. What school is that? That guy's in big trouble. Big trouble. So we just create this spectacle. Like, here's our guidelines. Here's our protocols. We're safe. It's not safe. It's not safe at all. I don't know how they're even doing this. Who's even allowed to go? Division I and Division II, I don't even think allowed to do anything. Oh, wait. With Division III and junior college coaches allowed to recruit off campus, many coaches were in attendance for what was one of the first chances to, again, watch players in person. EDB partnered up with Scout Zone for advanced scouting and experiences for the coaches in attendance. In addition to the college coaches on site, EDP also partnered with the Next Level Video for the event. So the Division I coaches, the NCAA mandated dead periods till 8/31 end of this month, and same for the Division II. Division III coaches were not able to make it because of low budget. So who was there? Just JUCO. JUCO. I'm all about JUCO. So these are JUCO coaches, and this JUCO coach is going to get fired for not wearing a mask. So it says from Ariana Ruella, thank you to EDP for hosting a successful and safe college showcase amidst the COVID. Great opportunity for players to get out and compete against for us, and college coaches recruit prospective student athletes. Well, doing so safely. We have to be safe because Karens are out there watching every move. Thanks to EDP's protocol guidelines and signage at the field. They had signs for safety because we're all stupid. You know what the sign should say? Exercise. Eat real food. Get your sleep. Take your vitamins. That's what it should say, because you know the best mask I have? It's my lungs. It's my immune system. But we don't talk about it. Why don't we talk about that? Because no one cares about real safety. We're on 4 months of lockdown now? 5 months? I don't even know. Seems like 5 years. You had a lot of time to fix your health. Did you? No? Well, you're screwed when we come out, because eventually we have to come out, because there's no vaccine that's going to save you. Kind of like the flu shot. It only saves you from like some of the flus, if that. It never works. Every time I get a flu shot, which I stopped like 10 years ago, I get sick. I'm not doing it again. Ever. And you're not injecting me with some COVID whatever. I am the cure. I'm immune to everything. I do Wim Hof breathing. I take cold showers. I'm on a plant-based diet. I can outrun all these college coaches behind me. I'm fit. Hasn't always been the case. Anyways, moving on up. So there's a report today. We're going to hear about the Big Ten. It's expected they're going to cancel fall soccer, fall everything. According to a report from the Detroit Free Press, the Big Ten is on the verge of becoming the NCAA's first Power 5 conference to cancel its fall soccer season. A formal announcement is expected to come out as early as Tuesday. The Big Ten's fall sports season could potentially be rescheduled for the spring 2021. Who knows? The NJCAA already moved that way, so maybe they'll follow suit. On Sunday evening, ESPN reported that the commissioners from each of the Power 5 conferences, Big Ten, ACC, Pac-12, Big 12, and the SEC, held an emergency meeting to discuss possibly of reaching joint decision to cancel or postpone their seasons. They can't cancel. Not football, not big football. They need to postpone. It needs to move past the election. It's not about politics. How dare you? Yes, it is. COVID's real. But politics is blowing everything up. We could go back to safety. If we can go to Walmart, we should be able to open up the economy. You're basically forcing everyone to Walmart, Costco, and a corner store. We are already engaging. So either we know how to social distance and put a mask on, or we don't. We need to move on. But yeah, there'll be football. It has moved. You can't lose that money. There's no way. No way. It's not possible. Universities are hurting already. They need something. The only thing that can save them right now is football, American football. The Pac-12, which ASU down the road, I don't know if they'll bring soccer back. It's not a money-generating sport, as far as I see. On the men's soccer side, the Big Ten features the following 9 programs: Indiana, Penn State, Michigan, Maryland, Northwest Michigan State, Wisconsin, Rutgers, and Ohio State. Oh, brother. Yeah, so it's all going bye-bye. It's all going bye-bye. So I'm done. And I might be back on tomorrow. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for joining me for episode 540. We'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow if I can get my act together. Goodbye.